So today's video is about internal boundaries. It's also known as discipline. Okay, so if you look at yourself and you think that you lack discipline in certain areas, maybe that's going to the gym, maybe that's not having a snack, maybe it's making sure that you don't scroll on your phone every evening. And so there's the sense that you know that it's not good for you, and yet you're still doing it. So I'm going to just break this down a little bit because I'm a big fan of creating awareness, because you can't change what you're not aware of. So once you can see what's happening inside of you and why, then you can begin to change it. So what's happening? You know what's good for you, but you're not doing it. Now, when this comes to what I refer to as internal boundaries, saying no to yourself, this is often set up because when you felt discomfort, you sought out that behavior to soothe yourself at some point in time. Okay, so if you identify as a people pleaser, and you're somebody who overrides your internal feedback that you're tired or you're being taken advantage of, you got programmed at some point or rewarded perhaps by parents that you should override that to please them. So you got love if you were performance-based, or you were appreciated for not being a stress. Do you know what I mean? You got affirmed for doing the behavior in which you ignored your own self. Or perhaps you just found comfort in food because, as we know, with sugar and treats and things, we do get this kind of dopamine fix. So why wouldn't you? Like, it's a very logical thing. So I'm not here to say anybody, I'm not here to say to anybody who might be watching this video that because you have a bit of an overeating issue or some kind of less than ideal personal habit and you want to overcome it. I'm just here to say to you that it's okay. Like, it was formed at some point, and you did that at the time. Again, very often it's formed in childhood or teenage years. And yeah, that served you once and you needed it then. But now what's happening is you need to update that. And what that means is that you need new skills. So we're not going to say, well, look, you're never going to feel sad again or overwhelmed or bad things are never going to happen, and sort of fall into maybe some kind of positive mindset. We have to be careful that we are really looking at the interplay between your emotional reactions and your needs and then what you do with them. So if your previous go-to was to, scroll or bite your nails even, let's say, could be anything. Of course, I've already mentioned the comfort eating. That's just your psyche's way of trying to soothe out discomfort. So what you can do is you can decide to do something new. So you're going to pick up a better habit to replace with the one that's not serving you well. So that's my brief video today. If you identify with anything of what I've said, you can do a deep dive with me into all kinds of habits, even procrastination. There's many self-sabotaging habits that we developed once upon a time, and this is now the time, probably if you're watching this video, you can start to look at what your beliefs and values are and your skill level. So being able to act in your best interests and choose better things for you. Even sometimes you can be addicted to exercise. So it looks healthy, but in effect, you are still trying to avoid something. Okay, so the ego is really, really sneaky at dressing things up. So maybe you're doing too much of something, even if it's healthy. It's your relationship with the habit that means something rather than the habit itself. So, don't go out and look into the world and think, well, everybody else has got it together. We've all got something. We've all had pain. We've all had disruption. So we developed coping mechanisms at the time, and they just simply don't serve you. So rather than, self-flagellation over why you're doing this bad thing for yourself, just start thinking for yourself rather, what could you do instead? So we don't want to just be removing something and trying to sort of suffer through. Rather, find something that provides soothing that is better for you. So have a think on that, and thanks for watching.